Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. You can find me at tubajake_69 on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. All at tubajake_69. Don't forget. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. I'll share them if I get them. So tell me your stories. It'll be fun. This one here is from Three Blondes Brewing. It's called Soulless Red Ale. It's from South Haven, Michigan, which is kind of awesome. Dark and mysterious, she lures you in with roasted and toasted barley. Then she entices you with hints of caramel and dark chocolate. When you hear her cry, take heed, lest you lose your soul too. Keep cold, drink fresh. Let's see, what's fresh? I don't have a thing on here that says when this was done. So hopefully this is fresh. This is pretty fresh for me. But yeah, should be good. Soulless from Three Blondes. So it's a red ale. It should come out mostly red, I would think. Let's find out. It's a lot ahead. See, now the problem is, oh, it is a red amber color. Supposed to work. Works a lot better with beers that are lower in proteins and ABV. I was told. I think that the oil's from your nose. You just rub your nose a little bit. You put your finger in there. It's supposed to get rid of that. I don't know. Sometimes it works. Mostly it works when you're drinking Busch Light out of a keg. But this is very red. Like it's supposed to be. Very red. Got a feeling there's a lot of protein in this. I mean, it's obviously from the malts, but it's interesting. Oops. I shouldn't have done that last little bit. I didn't realize that this was can conditioned. Which is why drink fresh, because there's still yeast in that can, and if there is yeast in the can, there's a very good chance that it could come out the top. Because it'll do that kind of stuff. That's weird. Alright, so it's supposed to be red. It is very red. I don't know, you guys can probably see that, I would think. What I'm expecting it to be, or what I was expecting to be, is Killian's Irish Red. So that's what it should be like, remind me of. What I got was very much that. It's sweet and dark and toasty. And I like those things in a beer. This actually reminds me of summer, which is probably strange, but it reminds mostly because of Mike Bingham. So when I was at summer camp, when I was working at summer camp, we used to go out on Wednesdays, sometimes on Saturdays, but mostly on Wednesdays. Now, we had a very good time. If you ever went to a Boy Scout camp and you noticed on Thursday morning that your camp counselors were dragging a little bit, it's because they were old and they were able to go to the bar on Wednesday night. We tried to not, but I mean, there was one, when was that, 2006 or so? That one summer was amazing. We had an amazing staff. It was the second year that our program director had been there, and he was a very cool guy. He was a Marine, and we had a lot of fun that summer. A lot of fun. But and Denver was there. It was great. That was a really good summer. I'm trying to think of what the story is. The summer, it was amazing, so much fun. Is the summer that we decided that we should probably start doing the Scout Oath and Law at Colors, because some of our staff members did not know, and they were very vocal staff members. So we got to find out that they did not know that stuff. And probably three quarters of the camp staff were Eagle Scouts or became Eagle Scouts shortly thereafter. We decided it would be a good idea to make sure that everybody knew the Scout Oath and Law. So if you repeat it for 7 weeks, even for 4 weeks, you remember it. Hopefully. This is really good. What's the ABV on this? If I remember right, it's high. 7.2, which is high for a red. Generally, when you have these, they're lower ABV, around 4 or 5. It might be 6 in the case of Killian's. I'm not positive. It's been a while. But yeah, this is good. Roasty and sweet, and it's delicious. Let's see, what else do I remember about that summer? I remember taking down camp in a day and a half because we had like some big thing going on that summer where we had a bunch of Mormon Scouts that came in and had the camp for the last week that we were there. So it was like a 7th or an 8th week. I don't remember which, but it was an extra week that we wouldn't have had otherwise. And it was like 1,000 Mormon Scouts, which is big considering usually we have like 250 Scouts. Okay, it wasn't 1,000. It was like 700 Mormon Scouts. And usually we have like 250 Scouts. 400 at the most. There were a lot of people there comparatively. And we took down camp. You know what? I'm positive that wasn't that summer that I'm thinking of. But it was close. That's one of the things that I remember about camp. There was a lot of people. But we did take down camp in a day and a half. The one summer that I'm remembering. And I had a van, an Econoline van, so a big Ford van. If it didn't have the windows on the sides, it would be a pedophile van. As it was just, a kind of a creeper van. But there was a big scratch in the van across the hood, and I'm pretty sure I put it there. I mean, there was another one that was like down the side, and one of the other guys that I worked with put that there. But the one that's across the hood was definitely me, because I definitely slid across the hood of the van like Dukes of Hazzard. It was kind of fun, actually. Which, I mean, I'm not real tall, so getting up to slide across the hood of the van, I had to jump like 2 feet, real easy. It was 2 feet to be able to slide across the hood of the van, and I did, and it was like halfway up the side of the van, and it was real good. And then also jumping into the window of the closed van door definitely happened also. Because, we took down a campsite that had 40 tents in it and stacked the pallets in 15 minutes. That's a lot of work to do in 15 minutes. And it was a blast doing that with those guys. An absolute blast. But a day and a half. It was very short and very cool and a lot of fun. What else do I remember from that summer? We had a bunch of guys that were doing the Order of the Arrow ceremony And then we also had the Trail of the Eagle or something like that, where all of the Eagle Scouts that were in the audience, because at the final campfire, would come out and be like, I got my Eagle Scout this year, class of whatever, and where you got your Eagle Scout from. And we didn't get to do it one Saturday because there was a thunderstorm. So we did it in the morning. So all of the people that were involved in the ceremony got to do theirs too, and everybody knew, like, to the month when they did their Eagle Scout, when they got their Eagle Scout, and it was very cool. I mean, me too. March of 97. March of 96. But, yeah. All right. I have a quote for you. This one is from Katharine Hepburn. She's an actress. You should probably know her if you don't. She's kind of amazing. She says, if you always do what interests you, at least one person is pleased. So if you always do what interests you, at least one person is pleased. Because if you're interested, you're probably happy, hopefully. All right, so anyway, don't forget, look me up, @TubaJake_69 on Untapped, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. Catch me next time when you got time for a beer.